Hi
Namaste.
everyone. Namaste. Good evening. I hope we are audible and visible. Just wanted to check if you are listening to us. You can say a hi. We would love to see the comments.
Hello, everybody. Namaste.
So I am Ekktaa and this is Dr. Paris. We are co-founders of Tava-mitram and today we have come with another interesting session. I won't call it as a panel discussion today. It's a different experience. So, I mean, this particular day's program is going to raise the bar of Tava-mitram, I would say. We are very, very happy, very excited today, to go ahead and introduce you to someone really, really special. Very soon we are going to get him in the room, and we would be going ahead with our performances. So yes, I can see a hi from Sai. Sai, I just want to understand if we are audible and visible. And yes, today's topic is extremely interesting, isn't it, Paris? It's
It is.
neuroscience and music, the sound meditation. A very unique and a different combination today, how music helps us in healing. So a very interesting topic. So let's move on to our today's discussion. Before I go ahead and talk about today's discussion, I would tell you who we are and what do we do. So we are co-founders of Tava-mitram. Tava-mitram is a non-profit initiative that aims at raising mental health awareness across the globe. So this idea took shape in the year 2016 and was founded on 15th of June 2016 by Dr. Paris and me. We have a team of roughly 50 to 60 members who act as Mitra coaches and Mitra volunteers. And the aim of this platform is mainly to create congruency in thinking, feeling, and actions. Let me also tell you, this year in the month of May 2020, we launched a knowledge-based video series that was My Mental Health, My Priority, that aims at spreading knowledge at absolutely no cost. And let me tell you, we have reached more than 6,400 registrations so far across different countries. I would say 50 plus countries, and the participation still continues. And yes, on the occasion of World Mental Health Day, we launched Tava-mitram in Hindi. We would be also, coming up with My Mental Health, My Priority series in Hindi, and we will be keeping you posted soon about that. And yes, in October, Tava-mitram has been running a drive called Mental Health Matters. It is a series of panel discussions and performances. And today we are with our 13th, performance or 13th panel discussion, and it's an harmonizing topic. It is neuroscience and music, the sound meditation.
Wow.
So before I go ahead and move ahead with the program, I'm going to quickly introduce you to one of our very, very interesting members. He is Mr. Suhas Kulkarni. Hi Suhas, Namaste, warm welcome to you.
Namaste. Thank you. Very nice meeting you again, Ekktaa and Paras.
Same here,
Thank you.
Suhas. Let me quickly talk about Suhas. So Suhas Kulkarni, born and brought up in various parts of India, and he has completed his BE from the University of Pune in Printing and Management program from IIM Ahmedabad. Currently with Daksh, a Swiss company, Suhas is responsible for Asia, focusing on providing sustainable packaging and printing solutions. Being a certified e-disc administrator in behavior and critical thinking, and also a certified coach for sales competency assessment, helps him use these tools to be a better coach. He's currently training to be an NLP coach as well. And let me tell you, Suhas has been learning Bansuri off and on, guided by Pandit Rupak Kulkarni and also Himanshuji himself. And for some time also under Pandit Chetan Joshi ji. For Suhas, Bansuri is an instrument which helps him connect to the spiritual space since it has been the most primordial sound. So wonderful, wonderful, introduction. Warm welcome to you.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And let me also introduce to you the very interesting person today whom I am so very fascinated by listening and by feeling the sounds. Is just not what he just doesn't play, but he heals. So he's none other than Himanshuji Nanda. So it gives me an immense pleasure to introduce you all to this wonderful, soulful, and divine personality, Sri Himanshuji Nandaji. Welcome to you, Himanshuji. A warm welcome from me and Ekktaa. Namaste.
Thank you, Parishji,
So,
Ekktaji. Namaskar.
and also let me talk to you a little bit about his introduction. Can go on because such an amazing experience he carries, but a wonderful and humble person. So, a little understanding about Himanshuji is early training in Basuri at 14 years, Sri Narendra Panda and Sri Padma Charana Patra in Orissa, India. Then for over 13 years, trained under the legendary flute maestro Padma Vibhushan Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia of Maihar Gharana, associated with Chinmaya Mission, and Pujya Swami Tejomayananda, then the global head of the Chinmaya Mission, started the Chinmaya Swaranjali, the music wing of the mission. Vision Director of Chinmaya Nada Bindu Gurukula for Performing Arts, and a practitioner of Kriya Yoga since 1995. So, starting the Mystic Bamboo Academy, where he trained students in the fine nuances of Basuri and Hindustani classic music, has designed, created, and conducts workshops on music for corporate well-being, that is from MQ to HQ, that is music quotient to happiness quotient, and also music for autism. And he has numerous degrees in music, science, and human psychology. So, warm welcome to you, and thank you for being with us, Himanshu.
So let's quickly on with our today's discussion. Uh, Before that, a quick question to our audience. Audience, if you're listening to us and if you want to share your views, you can go ahead and type it in the comment section. We would be very happy to hear. I just want to understand if you are connected to us through your comments. So here's a quick question to you guys. I'm sure you would be hearing music. You would be listening to songs. So when you hear the word music, what word comes to you? A quick one. When you hear the word music, what is that one word that comes to you? So you can take your time and write it in the comment section. I would definitely read it out in future. Also, has music ever helped you heal yourself? You can go ahead and type it in the comment section and we will be very happy to hear. I would repeat the questions one more time. The first question is, when you hear the word music, what word comes to your mind? And the second one is, has music ever helped you in healing yourself? So I'm going to give you a lot of time and move on to today's discussion because I want to stick to the timelines. So moving on to today's topic, I would request Himanshuji and Paris to tell us more about the importance of neuroscience and music. And Himanshuji, I would request you to share your views first, please.
Thank you, Ekktaji. So for me, when I see music and the brain, I relate it to a more spiritual way. So the Veda says, when there was nothing, the first form of creation was in the form of sound. And that sound is referred in the Indian mythology as Omkara. So that Omkara is what? The source of everything. Source of every possible creation, life force, whether it is living or non-living entity, whatever it is the same life force, Omkara. So taking this as consideration, because we believe Shastra as the Pramana. Whatever the Veda says, it has a scientific proof towards it. And when you relate the cause and effect relationship, so you'll find that for every effect, there is a cause behind it. So when you trace each cause after cause, cause after cause, cause after cause, then what will happen? You will go to the source, and that source is the sound. The first form of creation. So that means when the source is sound, that means the same source has to be there everywhere. Like you can relate a very interesting story in the mythology that when Prahlad was asked by his father Hiranyakashipu, show me your Bhagavan, where it is. He just indicated to a pillar and said, he is everywhere, and you can find him here in this pillar. And the Hiranyakashipu hit that pillar, and the Nrsimha avatar came out. Whatever is the metaphor for this, but from this we can understand, if we open our mind and go a little bit deeper into the subjective thing of Indian philosophy, then we will understand the cause and effect relationship, and the cause is all pervading. So that all pervading nature of the cause, which is the sound, has to be there everywhere. And because the sound is the source of everything, there is an amazing, amazing power of that sound, because it's the source. Bringing it to the human mind, how can we trace that sound and get us connected to that sound? It is easier for practitioners of yoga. Who are not practitioners of yoga, they can also connect through the primordial sound, through various different musical practices. So how music especially is connected to the brain. Now coming back, you asked a question to the audience. Actually, this is very interesting. When I listen to the word music, what comes to my mind first? You know, when a child takes birth, the cry of the child, for the child it is crying, but for the family it is music.
True.
It is music, right?
Yeah.
When we sit near a stream, the flow of water, it's just silence. We just want to listen to that flow of water. What is that? Music. When we are in the forest, we listen to the birds. What is that? It's music. And most of that, when a boy, his girlfriend whispers, I love you in his ear, that is music for him. So see how this entire creation is connected with music. It is not just that singing or playing some instrument is music. The entire creation, the expression is music. You go sit inside a forest, it's a lonely forest, just sit quiet, listen to the music of the forest. Immediately you feel the calmness. What is it? Directly connecting to you, taking you to yourself, to the source. And that is how I feel that music is connected everywhere. So that is my view of music and the mind.
Himanshuji, you sound very, very spiritual, as in the way you have taken us through simple examples, like, connecting it to childbirth and then connecting it to the universe, to the nature around us. Beautiful. It was lovely listening to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Paris, over to you. Would love to like to listen to your views, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Himanshuji. That was such a wonderful, heart-connecting conversation. And so for me, when I look at the concept of music, for me, from a neuro science, based on my learning, to first understand how sounds can impact brainwaves. So let us understand the four fundamental forms of the brainwaves. Beta wave associated with higher level of alertness and arousal, while alpha level is associated with a state of wakeful relaxation, slower and lower in frequency than beta, while theta is associated with your deeper relaxation, that is the non-REM sleep. The theta waves of consciousness are active when we find ourselves in between the stages of sleep and wakefulness. And delta is associated with slow, low frequency brain waves associated with stage 3 and stage 4 of deep non-REM sleep. So, higher the frequency of brainwave, higher is the arousal. It is proven that exposure to sound waves affect brainwave patterns, and it is this science behind the sound wave we use in our meditations, in various practices like mindfulness or music therapy. The music used has binaural beats, a technique that combines two different sound frequencies. And when we are exposed to two different frequencies, our brain tunes in to its own frequency, that is the difference between the two sounds. So this triggers a slowdown in the brain wave and makes way for a deeper relaxation. So I connect a lot of music with deeper sense of mindfulness practice.
Yeah, I would say that was more of a, from Himanshuji helped me connect a lot of things around me in a very simple manner, and Paris helped me connect it in a very technical manner how he looks at neuroscience and music. So thank yous to both of you. So let's quickly move on to our Indian classical music.
So I think Indian classical music can be used as a tool to relieve tension, stress, and to relax. It is an effortless means to access the human spirit and connect people in the way that nothing else can. So, Himanshuji, can I request you to tell us more about the concept of Indian classical music?
Sure. So when I started practicing Bansuri, I was not very aware of what I am doing. But really, when I started teaching music, then I started connecting that this music teaching is not just teaching saregama or making my student aware of the swaras, but it is a whole lot of activities simultaneously. You said um, multi-dimensional activities happening in the brain. I will give you a simple example again in music that we practice sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. What is happening when somebody is singing sa re ga ma pa da ni sa or playing sa re ga ma pa da ni sa? So example, I take my bansuri. I'll give you a small demonstration. To start with a very basic alankara which we teach to our students, what is happening? It might be for a layman, he will immediately say, "Ah, maja nahi aaya," and he might say, "Wow, it is amazing." These two different things happens. The person who is saying maja nahi aaya means I feel he doesn't know what is going inside. If we dissect and what happening inside the brain now when I'm playing creating a simple sound out of the bansuri, means my brain is working so that my fingers are closed properly. One activity, my brain is working so that I can blow into this hole properly so that the sound will be produced. The third, my brain is working to know whether the sa which is getting produced is correct or not, right? Third activities. The fourth activities are happening that brain is counting the spaces from sa to re, re to ga, ga to ma, the spaces it is counting. The next step happening, it is after, immediately after the spaces, it is one communication going to the next finger to lift the finger, and again the brain is working. So how much force to be given on re so that it should not sound besura? See, this much work happening just by playing is from sa to re, right? This is what I, how I connect the music to my brain. Now, this is just a basic concept I'm discussing, Indian classical music. So from the foundation itself, the classical music, it is designed in such an amazing way that this can take you to the depth of humanity, human relation, the harmony, relationship, team building, and everything, whatever you say, just by learning music, many things can happen. So, as I discussed a very simple thing, I will discuss a very complex thing, right? So, let us see what is happening. The student is asked to practice this exercise, okay, at least for 1000 times, right? So it is, what happens when the students, they come like this, they get used to it, they take time to blow here, right? So that unless they get connected properly, number one, they cannot produce the sound, they cannot put the fingers, they cannot move the fingers. Suhasji will definitely throw some more lights on this, because he is also having a beautiful journey in music, right? So when we practice gamak and murkis practice, all these technicalities of bansuri practice, what happens, right? It is all the alignment of the brain. So this is how the Indian classical music is designed. So when I started learning and teaching music, and when I share all these ideas with my students, so the learning is a totally different perspective. So everybody try to connect in various different dimension, and they don't just look music as learning some swaras or some tune or some songs. It's different.
Now, what I can see is, just listening to you, I'm feeling so motivated right now. Music can be connected through different ways. It's so important how music is brought to us. So the way you are helping us connect, the dots. It's beautiful. I'm in very much harmony right now. I am like completely zinged. What do I say next?
There
It's
is more
beautiful.
to come. There is more to come.
Ekktaa ji, just say, three of you are there. So let us do a simple exercise,
Sure.
right? Very, very simple, the basic, because uh, it needs some musical training before doing some exercise. But I'm quite sure that Parasji and you can do for sure. And uh, Suhas is already
I'm gonna
learning
try.
music.
I'm not sure. Can't say no to you.
we see we will see, we'll check it out, a very simple exercise. I told about the swaras, the basic, very basic thing about the swaras. Now there is another context of music called the thalam, the rhythm. So
Mhm.
these swaras and thala, they are the both sides of the same coin. It has to go together. For example, the basic tala in Indian system is teen tal in Hindustani classical music. Okay, so it is a division. It is a 16 beat cycle, and a division, four division of each division has a four beats, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and 1 2 3 4. The simple exercise we can do, we can say 1 to 16 and clap on the first, clap on the fifth, wave on the ninth, and clap on the 13th. Okay, we can try. So clap on the first, clap on the fifth, wave on the ninth, and clap again on the 13th. That is the basic practice we teach to our students. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Why don't you try it out? You'll see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to lead us and then we clap?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Wow.
I just got to know how my brain is alert right now. Yeah.
See, if you see this is the simplest exercise we teach. Now, in the same thing, if I say, okay, so let us go a little deeper. You clap on the 4th, you clap on the 7th, you clap on the 10th, then 15th and 16th, then come back to the 1st again. So do it in a cyclic way. So 4th, 7th, 10th, 15, 16, and again one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1.
Okay.
What is happening? What is happening? See, Ekktaa ji, you said, oh my God, I'm so alert now. Yes, you are alert. To connect this now to the awareness, we teach awareness all the time, right? See how much aware we are. We teach about the experiencing the present, the moment. Isn't it? We are just at the right moment, just at the now, right? This is what music is. Just it brings us to the present, to the now. And the power of now, we read thousands of books about power of now. But practicing this gives us a practical example of what is power of now, what is awareness, what is that moment, this moment. This is what we are involved now. See what the energy level is creating now. The entire energy has changed. You can feel it now, right? This is what the music brings. And you see, just by the very basic step one exercise can bring us so much nearer to our own self. What happens when I start learning music and tala, right? It's just present moment.
Powerful. That's so powerful and healing. Himanshuji, I just can't wait to hear you. Can I have one performance of, extending to this beautiful learning? I think people who are not aware about music can resonate a lot more. Any common man, like, I do not know an instrument, but I feel like now I have to learn this instrument. It's so powerful. So can we have one performance of yours, if all is set for it? Yeah.
Sure, why not? Himanshuji, just I would say the way you are helping us connect to the present. Okay, it's like now, it's like the hunger is increasing. We want more. So what is next? और क्या हो सकता है? So maybe we can, yes, like Paris did mention, you are definitely, just listening to you is helping us. Get motivated towards music.
Sure.
So thank you so much for creating this awareness, and we would request you to help us with some performance of yours, please.
I think we just got.
I guess it's a network issue. Himanshuji will join us soon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we can look at the
maybe Ekktaa, I can also share that.
Yes.
Sure, Suhas.
We're waiting for you, Suhas, as well.
The small exercise that he did was also very instrumental in understanding the here and now, because the end of the 16-beat cycle ends in what we call as the cycle of rotation, which is called the sum. And to play music to that tal and come and hit back again on the 16th beat is very
Suhas, can you hold the mic towards your mouth, because your voice
we can't hear you very clearly.
Yeah, and that's very important to also be in the here and now. Also, of course, Himanshu is back again. I think as today is actually also a very beautiful evening. Of course, it's also called the Vijaya Dashmi, and this
Yes.
is the culmination of the 9 nights, the Navaratris, where we celebrate the 9 goddesses or the forms of goddesses. So, may I invite also Himanshuji to talk about the um, raga that he's performing?
Sure.
Sure. So we're just waiting for Himanshuji to join in.
Meanwhile, we can also look at the comments. Is Himanshuji there? Oh, finally,
Yes.
yes. The network is trying to, just make us wait, but it's all right. We have all the patience. So, Himanshuji, you planning to play some ragas or something for the audience, please, for us?
Yes. So as the Navaratra thing, and today is Dashmi, Vijaya Dashmi. Yesterday and today, some part of
Hmm.
India, in northern part of the India, we celebrated yesterday. In the southern part, they are celebrating today.
Okay, yeah.
So Vijaya Dashmi is yesterday and today. So we worship the mother Durga. So I will play the Raga Durga, very short, and I will give you demonstration about the technicalities of Indian classical music, especially in our Mayhar Gharana and the school of music which I belong from. I have learned from Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji whatever he has taught me. So I'll just give a short demonstration of that. Then we would discuss about the how music, every part of music is an expression, it is emotion, right? What is music for me, for a performer, it's emotion. And the best part in Indian classical music, especially in Hindustani music, nothing is fixed. So let me emphasize again, nothing is fixed. Like in Western music, you will see a full orchestra referring to a written scripts. They're looking at the scripts and they're playing the violin or they're the flute or the whatever it is happening. Everything is written. Indian music, Hindustani music especially, not written. Whatever I am going to play now, it is improvisation of the raga on the spot. It is
Sure.
happening. It is happening. That is the beauty of Indian classical music. So I'll give a short demonstration of Raag Durga. So this section, what I played now, is called the Alap of the Raga. The second section comes is the Jod. Jod is a rhythmic improvisation. Now again, bringing it to the mind, what is happening? See, as I mentioned in the first introduction, there's so many neural activities happening now, right? I am not reading anything. Everything is a flow. The musician who is performing has to be aware about the emotion of the raga. So what is a raga? It is a combination of swaras in a predetermined format which gives a specific mood. You are not allowed to use any other swaras other than what is there in the raga. It is prohibited. So the musician has to be careful about that. Right? Then he has to think at the same time the different permutations and combinations, but it has to bring some mood and some melody. Although there is a big mathematics behind music, but mathematics is not music, right? It has to be melody. So the more mathematical thing I will demonstrate for a minute or two, you will understand. So how we bring mathematics into music in the Jod section. So if you have noticed here, what I was doing, I was calculating a circle of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This was going all. So the rhythm is inside the head. The mind is calculating the exact 8 beats, and the melody is happening, and the permutations and combinations of swaras are happening. So all these things going together, and the neural activity is happening inside the brain. So this is how the Indian classical music is designed to give a bring the multiple dimension of the human brain. हम ऐसे बोलते हैं किसी का मैथमेटिक्स अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है तो उसको तबला सिखा दो बोलते हैं. So this is how the music is.
No, I just don't want, that this should stop. This should just go on and on and on. When you were playing your bit, your flute, I was having goosebumps. I literally told him, I'm having goosebumps. It was such a beautiful performance. Wow.
For me, I think I just had a very metaphoric experience that I saw a mountain and there's a beautiful calling for me from that mountain. I just had to run there, and I just couldn't stop myself. That kind of powerful, soul-touching feeling. I think one more thing to share with you is ऐसा लगा कि खुद को कनेक्ट करने के लिए कोई ब्रिज चाहिए, तो ये ब्रिज आपके हर एक म्यूजिक से I was able to walk through it. So powerful. Thank you so much.
Yes, you are blessing us today. Seriously.
It is
every
powerful.
Minute of it is so
very
much
emotional. It made me very emotional for a while.
हम पहले क्यों नहीं मिले, ऐसा मुझे आज लग रहा है.
हर बोलते हैं ना, हर चीज का एक समय होता है बोल के.
जी जरूर.
मैं भी वही बोलूंगा, मैं पहले आपसे क्यों नहीं मिला बोल के, तो आप भी मुझे वही बोलेंगे.
So आगे बढ़ते हैं. Himanshu ji, quick one. I want to invite a panel discussion. Honestly, I want even Suhas, I will want Paris, and Himanshu ji. I want to bring in a different element here. Today's life is extremely hectic, and there is a lot of competition around, which brings in a lot of challenges for most of the human beings to manage their work-life balance. So, I want to invite this discussion between the three of you, and I want to know your views. How can music, help us achieve harmony in relationship, as well as how can music help us deal with corporate stress? I know these are two different elements, but they're connected as we're looking at work-life balance. So I just wanted to bring in that element. How can music help us heal to actually take care of our relationships, at the same time also the corporate stress? So maybe Suhas, Paras, and Himanshuji, you can go ahead and share your bit over here, please. So Suhas, we haven't heard from you from a long time. So would you like to go ahead and give your views? And I want Himanshu ji to come a little later, because when he goes, ek rhythm hai. So I would request you both to go in with the corporate style, and then I want to listen to the harmonious style, please, if you don't mind.
Well, when the teachers,
I guess we are experiencing some network issues here, Suhas.
Yeah.
Yes, we are experiencing. Paras, meanwhile, would you like to say something?
Sure. So maybe I think for me, connecting music to every common man, I would link to maybe a corporate person. So let me talk to you from a very non-technical perspective, like going to the present, a realistic approach.
Sure.
Maybe most of us, when we travel to work, we drive, or maybe I'm on a vacation, or feeling happy, sad, lonely, or just want to have my me time. I've seen, along with me, around 60 to 70% of people would like to connect to the headphones on and listen to music. While listening to the sound, lyrics, an individual for some time tunes into a very different world.
True.
May find oneself dancing or visualize or witnessing or connecting deeper within. And if I have to ask them, like, how do you feel after listening to music? Most of them would say, I feel good. Music heals my soul. I don't feel lonely. It's only my friend, my companion, my confidant. Our music is considered one of the best ways to express, feel, and heal emotions. So, a lot in corporates, what I've seen, we encourage also to do a lot of mindfulness activities, and one of them is if there is any meeting which is confronting meeting, why not a 5 minutes of Indian classical music or any kind of music, a plain music like an instrument like basuri or something which is more pleasant, it really heals. And we have seen success in when people calm their nerves and harness their nervous energy and convert them into more productive and positive. So that's something which connects to me. So let me check if Suhas is here. Yeah, Suhas, would you like to also share your
Sure. Yeah.
thoughts?
Thanks. Yeah. Sorry about the disturbance.
That's
No
I was
problems.
knocked out and back here. The you asked Ekta was why was I quiet? Well, when the teacher speaks, the student is quiet, and that's what happened to me. So, uh, Himanshuji, and the other part is again that is also the beauty of Hindustani classical music, especially one who is a student and also learning and also spiritually connected to Hindustani classical music. You just connected to it, and you just stay quiet because you are absorbing that music which is going into your system, and you're trying to understand those waves as well. So yeah, I coming back to the question on I think corporate life. Um, uh, my journey started when I was doing my engineering, and as a student, I always wanted to learn music, not because I thought I had talent, but I thought it also teaches you a sense of discipline. It also teaches you a uh, me time, where you go into that me time and also spend learning something new. So that is where I actually forced myself to do it. I'm not talented enough. My son is much more talented. I have more talent in my family than me. I'm just following music, and that is why I'm with great teachers, and I like to follow them as well. But in corporate life, I think how it helps us understanding music also helps you to understand that there are different people, there are different notes, as we call it, different swaras, and people can speak in different tones. And when exactly as what Paras said, you have different people different in different tones. Managing a team at large across different functions, whether it is finance, human resources, administration, and then you have the superiors, the board of directors ask your performance. And so you also have to manage the expectations, and at the same time, you have to manage the expectation of the customers. Customers have also different expectations. So I think learning music helps you to understand that there is a balance in life, that you need to understand that there are different people who come at different wavelengths, and there could be disparity. I totally agree with Paras. He mentioned that when there is conflict or confrontation, one of the biggest tasks today of leaders in corporate is also to understand before that confrontation happens, and to preempt it and understand that this is going to happen, and you might want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And that's one of the key things of leaders, and that's where empathy comes in. And when you have empathy, understanding people working in different swara again, or different pitches or different octaves, you learn to orchestrate, and that is where harmony comes in. And unless you have people singing the same tune, um, maybe in different octaves, it's okay. But to make that harmony is success. And that's what today I believe corporate leadership is all about. It is no longer sitting there and saying, are you going to do this for me? No, it is more of bringing the teamwork together and making sure the teams perform. And that, for me personally, is where music helps me a lot to understand as a student of music, as a student to learn from musicians, to learn from people who are able to explain, in very simple ways, as Himanshu ji explained himself so beautifully. understanding the nuances of even a small 16 beat cycle, how you should come back on the 16th beat, and where the clap should come and where the clap shouldn't. And that is again strategy. So when you're bringing the strategy to the wall and presenting a PowerPoint and making sure that that strategy is implemented, and when it is being implemented, you need to make sure it is going as per the rhythm. So that's what my take is on music, and that's why I learn music. And I'm still a very small. I'm a student of it, but I'm a very small learner in Hindustani classical music, and this journey will continue. So yeah, that's my take on corporate life and music.
I love the analogy, towards the end, how you connected it, the strategy plan. It is so beautiful connection. Thank you so much for bringing your point of view. Thank you so much. We have amazing, amazing comments there. I am not going to, because they are big comments, I'm not going to read them out. I would be, showcasing them on the screen sometime. But Himanshuji, we would love to listen to your views now. So please enlighten us.
Suhasji and Parasi, thank you for bringing some new dimension which I may not have thought of. And it's again a learning for me too. And especially how everybody these days, with a ear pod and listening music all the time. And although there are two different aspects of that, but mostly people are getting connected to music. I was doing, I tried to do a PhD, right? I I finally thought कि no, 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 ये मेरी बस की बात नहीं है. Then I dropped it halfway after finishing my coursework. I like I work with special children, autistic children. I love to spend time with them. So I thought I will do a PhD on the same subject, but slowly, it was taking me for a ride, and I was spending hell lot of time from morning to night only in front of the computer, and I forgot my pansuri. So I thought, okay, I'll take a different route. But during that, doing my research on that, many beautiful aspects came to my life, my thinking, and so I will mention those things also. But your question is very direct to question. The first question you asked is about harmony and relationship, and second question you asked about the stress, corporate stress. So I would like to give my viewpoint in the form of. So I'm going to present two different ragas, and let us see how we are thinking about it. So say So what I played now is Raag Bhupali. So you must have experienced a certain kind of mood of this raga. right? There's moods, there is some emotion, whatever is the emotion, but you must have experienced a kind of emotion, whatever it is. Another raga, Swara Bhupali Sariga Padhasa Sada Pagaresha. The second raga I'm going to play is very nearer to this raga, but the emotion is completely different. Say the raga name is Shivaranjani. It is also Sariga Padhasa Sada Pagaresa, but here in Bhupali Ga is Shuddha and Shivaranjani Ga is Komali. अभी आप ये बताइए, how do you feel? How you can discriminate between the two ragas? एकता जी, आप कैसा लगा?
मुझे I'll be very honest and open because this has introduced me to me for the first time. मुझे नदी जैसे फील हो रहा है, मैं बहती जा रही हूँ. Honestly speaking, I am just going with the flow. It's a very different, a very divine experience. Music helps to heal, but music is extremely spiritual. Is something which I'm witnessing in right now. You know why? I'll tell you, Himanshu ji, जो अपने mindfulness का concept बताया. In this moment, I'm very much here and nowhere else. That's the beauty, the way we are going through. So मुझे आज ऐसे लग रहा है मैं बहती जा रही हूँ नदी.
Right. So पहले मैंने एक राग भोपाली बजाया, उसके बाद I played राग शिवरंजनी. Did you find any difference in the mood? The first raga and the second raga?
The second was more, I would say, it was more emotional, very, very different as compared to the first one.
Right. Suhas ji, would you like to share some thoughts about the two ragas?
Yes, sure. Yes. Yeah, Bhupali is also a very raga. It is normally although played in the evening, it can be also used to alleviate the health as well. Also used for making a lot of bhajans to sing in the morning as well. So it has a more devotional kind of appeal. Whereas Shivaranjani, I saw it also as a more a different appeal, completely on a different emotional level. It can be used to bring out emotions like maybe fear, maybe sometimes extensive joy. So two different variations as well. So both are very different in emotions and emotive, and use them to create different emotions in the atmosphere.
अभी मान लीजिए, this is a discussion, very interesting topic I would like to bring in here. Suhas ji, say example you are playing a concert and you are playing Raag Bhupali and you are fully into Bhupali, and in the meantime, मैं खड़ा हो गया है ना ऑडियंस से, बोला सुहास जी आप भोपाली तो बजा रहे हो, यू आर प्लेइंग भोपाली, बट इट इज नो वेयर साउंड लाइक शिवरंजनी, राइट? देन फिर आप करोगे क्या? आप वहीं से कोई पत्थर लेके मुझे मारोगे. So technically, the question which I am asking is the most stupid question ever possible. That asking a musician who is playing one raga, and I am asking it is nowhere sound like other raga. Why this? Let us go a bit deeper. When we are talking about harmony in relationship, what is happening?
Ah,
This disharmony is only because of over expectations. Whether it is in a family, whether we a spouse, whether it is in the corporate office, anywhere, the boss wants its subordinate to be like him, right? The husband wants the wife to be like him, and the wife like the husband to behave like him, her. All these expectations, everybody wants the other person to be like him. Here the conflict is there. The whole world is facing this crisis of expectations. When I learn Indian classical music, I understand that one raga cannot be like the other raga. Why cannot I see a person as a raga, an independent entity, and approach and respect that person as he is or she is? You know
Absolutely.
how beautiful this could bring to the entire humanity. So this is how I always say कि Indian classical music is not just entertainment, it's a way of life.
yeah.
How we understand, how we go deeper into it, bringing harmony in relationship is understanding a person like as he is or she is. Expectations is what is there. It's a nature of human nature. Okay, but it's the human who can surpass all the limits. It's a awareness. The moment I am aware, oh my God, it is only my own expectations which is bringing me misery, then I will lower my level of expectation. And that's the, when I lower the expectation quotient, then my happiness quotient will go up. So, this is what music brings in the human relationship. And you asked another question about stress. Again, you see everything related to the expectations. You know, there is a beautiful shloka in Bhagavad Gita. It says that Dhyayato Vishayan Pungshaha Sangastesu Upajayate Sanjat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Bhijayate क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. The explanation of that, dhyayato vishayan pungshaha, Bhagavan is saying, Arjuna, oh my dear Arjuna, you please reflect, dhyayato dhyana, meditate on this, that the all misery of the world is happening only for one, that is the attachment. Sangha, attachment. Sangastesu upajayate. The whatever problems happening in this entire world and what is happening with you, that you want to give up the war and take sannyas, is happening because your own attachment with the people or the things of object. So attachment brings what? Dhyayato vishayan punksha sangastesu pajayate sanjat sanjayate kamaha. Kama means it your desire to possess things. Kamat krodho vijayate. If you didn't get that, what happens? If you ask something to your spouse and you didn't get, or the child asked the father didn't get, ask means desire. Krodha, it's all anger. When the moment krodha comes, the anger comes, the mind fuses. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Gone, mad. Sammohat smruti vibram, whatever memory you have, the nice memory of you and the person, you forget everything.
True.
And that is what is happening. It is attachment and expectations. So I think by learning Indian classical music, going to the depth of Indian classical music. As I listen Raag Darwari as Darwari, I don't bring Malkons inside Darwari, right? When I listen Malkons, aha, kya baat hai. At the same time, I listen Bhupali, aha, kya baat hai. ये जो the moment they bring this aha क्या बात है ना to the family ना everything सारा मजे आ जाएगा मुझे ऐसा लगता है यू नो बीवी चाय बना के लेके आए बोल दो आहा क्या बात है इतने खुश हो जाएंगे है ना वहां 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 बोलने का नहीं यार शक्कर कम कर लिया हम ऐसे ऐसे बिहेव करते हैं यार शक्कर कम कर लिया तुमने है ना अब पहले बोलो हाँ क्या बात है यार आओ बैठो पीते हैं अच्छा आपने शक्कर नहीं लाया है क्या चलो ले आओ ना थोड़ा और एक चम्मच डाल देते यार हाउ द एंटायर कन्वर्सेशन विल चेंज तो मुझे लगता है कुछ कॉर्पोरेट लोग थोड़ा ये आहा क्या बात है ये जो इसको मैं बोलता हूँ KBH फैक्टर क्या बात है राइट इसको अगर ले आए लाइफ है ना तो मजा आ जाएगा
अभी आप जैसे बात कर रहे थे आई जस्ट आई कुड रिलेट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हिमांशु जी couple of takeaways just by listening to you I would say how you beautifully compared two ragas cannot be the same similarly you mentioned about the rising expectations we all individuals are different so we need to give space to each other बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से हमें explain किया है आपने at the same time you mentioned about lowering attachments and that is the realm of spirituality जितना हम expectations और attachments lower करें लाइफ उतनी ही आसान हो सकती है जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत हो सकती है
जी
You want to say something?
Yeah, I'm amazed, in fact, the way these conversations are going from learning the concepts of attachment and the importance of lowering down the expectation. I think it's so helpful. So helpful. Thank you.
एंड आपने बड़ी सुंदरता से हमें KBH के बारे में भी बताया है सो वी गोइंग टू रिमेंबर दैट आई एम श्योर द ऑडियंस इज आल्सो गोइंग टू रिमेंबर दैट एक आपने बहुत ही अच्छा व्हाट वी से एक रामबाण उपाय दिया है अगर लाइफ को KBH का ये फॉर्मूला यूज कीजिए there are wonderful comments that we are getting, Himanshu ji. People are just loving it. We have amazing, amazing comments. Everyone there is going gaga about your performance. And yes, we are really, really, feeling enlightened. I would say right now the session is all about your pearls of wisdom. You are, teaching us the way of life. And I never connected music this way, the way I'm connecting it today. I'm sure Paras and Suhas will
Absolutely.
also agree with me. The way we are going, the journey is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Well, one of the programs that Himanshu ji does is the music quotient to happiness quotient.
Sure.
And you can see, I could see some comments here that he has increased the happiness quotient in some people. So really resonates very well with some of the people who are listening in. I think also understanding and that expectations are something that we need to lower is also based on understanding the capabilities of when it comes to corporate world, understanding the capability of what the person can deliver is a beautiful thing, and that's exactly what he also meant when he said that two ragas are different, very different to each other. Their performance are different, and you need to then know what each individual person's capability is. Yeah. So very beautiful point there, Himanshuji. Thank you so much. I will steal that thought.
सुख और रस सुखी जीवन के बहुत सुंदर उपाय आपने आज बताए हैं हमें बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से and very easy and beautiful way. And I never knew, trust me, till that through music also we can understand these concepts so easily. So, Himanshu ji, are we having some more performance from you, if you don't mind, because the hunger is increasing. So, I've just wanted
Sure.
to check. Anything that you would help enlighten us, and it's your show. You have just, I don't know, we're just going ahead with you. You take us through.
Okay. I'll play one more raga because this is the raga conversation and how the ragas have emotions. We consider each raga as a living entity, and when we in spirituality, before the performance, worship the raga. Like घर से बाहर जाते हैं तो मम्मी का पैर छूते हैं, पापा का पैर छूते हैं, फिर बाहर जाते हैं, घर से बाहर आते हैं, अंदर आते हैं, गाँव से आते हैं तो वी डू प्रणाम्स टू आवर एल्डर्स. So in this respect, giving the respect to the raga before the performance, we pray the ragas. Because as I had mentioned, ki ragas, it is it is nothing written. It is something, it is there. And the maestros, they say, we are just a medium, right? So through practice and riyas and all these things, we only clean ourselves, our system. So we
Hmm.
prepare ourselves for the raga to happen. You
True.
know, this such beautiful concepts are there. These days it is very sad what I say, and through this I would like to also convey my pain that somehow from the Indian education, this music, I do not know why the government and the think tank, they have removed the concept of teaching music, right? So music is something, you bring this concept of neuroplasticity, right? Neuroplasticity is the brain function, is the quality of the brain to reprogram itself, right? So there is so much research happening now, that through music, how the damaged brain cell can be reactivated. There is so much research are going on. And when I was doing this research work and going through so many research papers, one interesting paper I came through, and I unfortunately I'm not able to recall the researcher's name. It's very famous. It was in the Nature journal. So he has mentioned that music is something. It is the primordial desire. See how he is mentioning to the depth of the research. He is going and claiming that music is a primordial desire, like we feel hunger, like uh, the species they go for procreation, like that. The music is a primordial desire. So if it is a primordial desire, it is there, very much there. It is connected. It is connected to everything. The DNA combination is like that. That music, the especially the jivas, the living entities, everybody they need music. The scientific research has been done that they played some rock music for some time for a plant. That plant died, and they played some classical music, and the plant's growth has increased. All these has been researched already. So music is something a part and partial of life itself. So the more deeper we go and start understanding music and make it a way of life, then life becomes beautiful. So I'm going to present a very special raga. Its name is Raag Yaman. Give me a second, please. I just switch on my Tanpura.
let us come in a moment.
Raag Yaman is Sada Bahar,
Yeah.
and it is one rag. I mean, you can spend a lifetime learning and playing it. It's also one of the first raga maybe a student starts learning. And my little experience also with Himanshuji is also the same. Uh, and you can play all swaras, and then you go and you say, let's start with this because it's supposed to be a very basic raga, but there is no basic raga. Each raga is an individual, and as he exactly mentioned, you worship, uh, and until you see that swara in front of you, it has to be experienced, and that actually experiential learning can only be gained when you are a ardent student, and you give in to that music. And I've experienced this myself. I can only share that with you. Thank you, Himanshuji.
I would also say thank you so much, Himanshuji. I mean, the way we are going ahead, the way I'm listening and I'm connecting to my own self. It's the divine experience. Thank you for taking us through this.
I would like to thank you. It's such a fabulous space. You took us very emotional and very moved, Himanshuji. Thank you. This was such a fabulous space. I don't know, just feeling so different, so feeling healed. So music does play a very vital role in mental health. So maybe I would like to request Himanshuji, as we have moved from corporate stress to understanding music, and can we now talk a little bit more about how do we elevate children with autism? If I could have your thoughts on the same.
Thank you, Parasji, for bringing this again, because this is something very dear to my heart. Sometime uh, I have started spending time with special children, and because of this COVID, it's a break now. And I would like to also give some time of my life to help these children. First, I would like to share that why I got motivated to work with the special children. It's one of my friend come student, like he became a student, and later I became his student. So this is a beautiful coexistence, and his name is Dr. Rajiv Kamath. So he started learning bansuri with me, and I got introduced to her beautiful daughter. And the day I got introduced to her, she was so, like, uh, full of, life. And she is autistic, and from the childhood. And now she is adult. And one day, Rajiv ji called me, and he said, Ki, Himanshu ji, I would like to teach her sitar. So through this discussion, we started, and in 4 years' time, Pratibha is in a place she can perform for an hour, 1 hour. A girl who's very difficult for her to memorize a simple table, up to 2 to 4, can memorize the entire composition, tans, alap, everything she memorize and plays. Whatever her teacher teaches her, she just memorize everything. So from this, I got interested, and this is what I was saying. No, this researchers, they are saying that music is a primordial desire. Now I could relate and understood that what the researchers are trying to convey. So when I started this journey, and I personally, I have worked very less, but spending time with Dr. Kamath, there is a group called Arpan in Mumbai, and they run a cafe called Arpan Cafe, run only by special children.
Wow.
right? You can find them in Mumbai, and you can Google them. You'll know about them. So all the adults who are they run dabba service. They cook, huh? They cook and they take dabba to different people. They get blessings, get paid, get money. When Pratibha says, "Dad, I have to go to my office now. This is my office time." How such a they are feeling so independent now. What Rajiv ji does is take music classes for them. And I think Suhas ji, you will relate this very much. एक लड़का है जो तबला बजाने के, वो कभी 8-10 साल सीखा था कहीं तबला, लेकिन हाथ बैठा नहीं था उसका, ठीक है? तो ही स्टार्टेड, राजीव जी स्टार्टेड टीचिंग हिम तबला. तबला, उनको तबला क्या सिखाना, उनको बीट ऐसे, ये हाथ में मारो, ये हाथ में मारो. दिस इज द प्राइमरी एक्सरसाइज वी डू विद द स्पेशल चिल्ड्रन. सी, for us this is nothing. For a special child, the mind is not functioning. The mind which is coordinating this two is dormant. We need to understand that, right? So that boy is not able to play thuk and thuk after some time, thuk, right? Just to produce to sound. The journey started from there, right? And after a year, I saw Pratibha and Arti is a singer, and that boy, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name, very special. He was able to accompany Pratibha on stage with Tal Rupak, which is one of the very complex tal, tin, na, and giving the laya. Although he was not playing all the kaida tukuda inside, but keeping the laya, dhuk na, all this, even if what he is playing, it is amazing. So this is what music transforms. The way Pratibha was transformed by playing sitar, the way others are playing music now, creating music, and they have an ensemble also. They created an ensemble, and they perform. All special children. So this is how I got motivated to work. I collaborated with an organization called ZEP Rehabilitation Foundation in Pune itself. I started going for my research work. I started going there. I was doing an experiment, playing a music to test their attention span, so how much they're getting, and I was taking readings and all this. So in that, the beautiful communication with them, what I found with them, that what we call the purity. Those children are the embodiment of purity. You go and see them. They're so pure, nothing inside. If they like you, they say, I like you. If they don't like you, they say, I don't like you. Simple. It's that simple. They don't have any innovation. How can I say, I don't like, but I can say, hey, hello. If you don't like, this is our life. Our day in and day out, we live this life. Huh? We know that we are living a hypocritical life, but we want to live that, but they are not. So this is how I got inspired. And I feel that I'm not helping them, they are helping me. They're helping me to understand life. So I hope after this pandemic, I will again go and continue my journey with them.
So, how are you feeling at this moment, as Himanshu is speaking? Just want to hear your
Absolutely. I mean, this is something that we have touched upon various times when we have discussed, also between me and Himanshuji, but we have never discussed this at such length. And I know that when he speaks something, there is a lot of work that goes behind it, out of which he speaks. So we are possibly just, understanding the tip of the iceberg, as they say. Again, to me, I think, and again, we come back to the theme, neuroscience and music. And that's a very beautiful theme, very close to my heart, because, and that's also a part of why I am very much interested in what we are doing in LP and why we are doing this, because bringing this whole entire cycle of events into your life, understanding how NLP connects to your personal self-being, your self-actualization, and how music helps you to heal, and how music also helps you to understand the different levels of what neuroscience is. Having said that, I think why it is also close to my heart is because I have seen the effect of this personally, as Himanshuji himself has said. I have seen this also, where we have a set of old people, who are um, left by their children, but they are sitting in an old age home and they have nowhere else to go. And there, if you go and actually, we see that when you perform in front of them, even a simple raga like this Raag Yaman, it is such a beautiful rag. They are they get alleviated. There is a healing process there for them, right? So and neuroscience definitely helps them to understand, because these are people at an old age, where probably some of them have dementia. uh, some of them might elevate and then have possibly Alzheimer's. And it is a known fact today that music, or even listening to music, or not even just practicing, but even listening to music, helps heal some part of dementia. And that's also a subject that we are talking about, Paras. And that's also very close to my heart. And Himanshuji touched that space so beautifully. And that's an area, there's a lot of work. And again, why self-actualization? Because you go back to contributing back, using the knowledge and experience that you have, and maybe you can give back that to the society in some form. Either doing this to old people who are at an old age home, or children who are suffering with autism, and helping them overcome inhibitions.
Sure.
Also, so beautiful space there. It's very, uh, possibly I'm a little more emotional, but also very close to my heart.
Thank you, Suhas once again. So may I request, Himanshuji, if maybe I'm also mindful about the time of yours and everybody, but just want to check if there is a possibility to squeeze in one more performance of yours. Just do not want to miss the opportunity with the kind of space that you're creating for all of us. And
There are
yeah,
there are a lot of recommendations for him, so
I know.
I think
No.
they are waiting for him to perform again. So please.
This is endless. What you
Yeah.
say?
I would say right now I'm experiencing meditation.
True.
Your performance is meditation to me. So
Mm.
please take us through. I mean, yes, like I mentioned, the hunger is more, but at least one before we close, please.
ठीक है.
I can see the blue chakra, blue light behind you.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I changed the color to make sure I invite him from the colors as well. That yes, yeah,
Fantastic.
ठीक है.
if you're comfortable.
So
Yeah.
yeah, sure. But before getting into my performance, I would like to thank all of you for creating this space to share my ideas, my thoughts about music, especially how it is close to my heart, and I take it not just a thing of entertainment, but as a way of
Mm.
life.
True.
I also request the other students, musicians who are learning music, to take it as a way of life. So
True.
then only we understand the deepest significance of Indian classical music. So as a custom, we end the performance with Bhairavi. So again, this is Dasera and Mother's Day. So I will conclude it with short Bhairavi.
Sure.
So just to say about this, it is words are beyond me right now. Um, Himanshuji just played the Raag Bhairavi. Technically, for a student, it is also one of the most difficult ragas to play. Um, Emotional, on an emotional level, it is also the most emotional raga because it brings to your mind a lot of emotional content. As much as a mother holding a baby, making him or her to sleep, or somebody parting, departing from your life. The very old song you must have heard, Babulu Mora, Naihar Tutu, right? That is also on Raag Bhairavi. It creates a very different kind of atmosphere. Ekta, you mentioned that it was a hair-raising experience. For me, even as a student today, right now, it is a hair-raising experience right now. Uh, and The Raag Bhairavi also is a rag which for a student is, like I said, the most difficult technically also to play. Therefore, when he played Raag Yaman earlier and then ended now with Raag Bhairavi, it is also showing the journey of a student and a person devoted to music. And that's also showing the journey of life as we know it. Um, So words are beyond me to express thanks to Himanshuji for his time today. It was a beautiful experience. I know there are a lot more that we can keep talking about. There are a lot more areas that we can work together on.
Absolutely.
Probably this is just the beginning. And would like to offer also my thanks to Paras and Ekta for creating this beautiful platform called Tava-mitram. You've done a fantastic job. You are just angels, I would say. So and you created this beautiful space for people like us to come in and enrich the entire universe. Thank you for creating that opportunity and bringing us into your lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you. It
kind
means
words.
so much to us.
I would say like Paris mentioned, thank you. Paris is. I know he's also tongue tied. Even I am tongue tied right now after this wonderful performances that I've witnessed and I've experienced. Himanshuji, your blissful presence and performance, it has elevated the spirit of Tava-mitram to another level. I can go on and on and on, and praise you, but I'm just going to pause myself here because yes, we are falling short of time as well. We're on the top of the hour. Paras, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for coming, joining us, and it is such an honor to have you and your whole blessings of your gurus and enlightening people and supporting them and sharing them hope. We can't thank you enough for sharing your thoughts, ideas, contributing your valuable time, and enlightening us with your excellent. I mean, there is no words to describe these performances. They are so soulful. We at Tavamitram are truly honored today, and thank you so much once again, Himanshuji. So truly fan of yours. And Suhas, you are a Mitra volunteer. You have been a backbone to Tavamitram. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for connecting us to Himanshuji, and your contribution to Tavamitram is phenomenal. So thanks so much to us.
Today, Tava-mitram is blessed. Thank you so much, Himanshuji. So,
Please accept my gratitude also at the same time that Suhas ji, again thanking you for connecting me to Tava-mitram and special to Ekktaa ji and Paras ji. And when I am back to Pune, I hope we will meet in person.
Good job. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We're
I
looking
am very,
forward.
very, I am looking forward to meet you. That's for sure.
We're looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yes.
And Suhas mentioned, this is just a beginning.
Yeah,
And seriously, we are, because the audience is feeling really enlightened. We are feeling enlightened. And, it's an overwhelming experience also because I experienced different form of emotions today. It
sure.
was truly, truly amazing. And we will connect and we will see how we can take this ahead. Thank you so much to both of you. Thank you. So yes, we are on the top of the hour. We can go on and on and on, but we are on the top of the hour now. So I'm going to quickly go towards the closure. So thank you, audience. Tava-mitram. So thank you for your love and support. And yes, like I had mentioned, we had launched the My Mental Health, My Priority campaign in the month of May. So if you haven't signed up for it yet, you can register yourself, and the link is very much on the screen. You can get it on our website, that is www.tava-mitram.org. This certification is at no cost, so please go through it and make the best use of it. Also, if you want to become a global Mitra volunteer, if you want to join Tava-mitram, you can definitely join us by, becoming a Mitra volunteer. You can go ahead on the website and join us. We'll be very happy to welcome you. In case if you have any queries, you can definitely get in touch with us. You can write it to us on info@tavamitram.org. And you can also alternatively write it on drparis@tavamitram.org. And yes, we would be having one closure session on the 31st of October. So stay tuned. You would find the details on our website. And if you have any questions, you can get in touch with us anytime. And for updates on this particular drive, you can get on our website. And if you want to know more about Tava-mitram, if you want to understand what are the different programs or different panel discussions that we are holding, you can definitely follow us on our Facebook page, Tava-mitram, and our Insta handle, Tava-mitram. And alternately, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dr. Paras. We also have a Facebook group, Tava-mitram. You can stay connected with us. So that's all from our end. If you have any queries or questions too, feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening, Himanshuji. Thank you, Suhas, for your wonderful presence. Thank you, Paris, for being there. And thank you, audience. Good night. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, everyone.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Bye. Take care.